KMBC 9 News at 4 starts now.
Recovering from a car break-in, we're getting answers about the next steps to take as repair shops fill up with requests.
And it feels like spring outside right now, but we have some summertime heat on the way for the weekend. I'll let you know just how high our temperatures go and how close we get to record highs. That's coming up.
And right now in Kansas City, one of soccer's biggest stars is in town. The excitement building for Lionel Messi's Arrowhead debut.
Fans from all over are flocking to KC for tomorrow's big game. Good afternoon, I'm Laura Moritz.
And I'm Jamie Weiss in for Kelly Ackerman. Messi's team, Inter Miami, plays Sporting Kansas City tomorrow. KMBC 9's Peyton Headley joins us live outside of Arrowhead Stadium. And Peyton, one store is capitalizing on this soccer spotlight.
Right, well, this is supposed to be one of the most attended MLS games ever for Messi's first game in the Midwest, and Arrowhead Stadium will be playing host. Now, local businesses are hoping that they'll get a boost with thousands of people coming to town. El Padrino in Kansas City, Kansas is already seeing that. They're one of the few Metro stores selling Inter Miami's pink and black jerseys with Messi's name and number on the back. They say they're getting calls from all over the Midwest of people looking for Messi jerseys ahead of kickoff.
For the last 10 years, our biggest sale was the Mexican national team jersey. And then after Messi won the World Cup, switched. Every single kid, like you're talking about age from 5 all the way to 18, they want the Messi jersey.
And if you are headed to Arrowhead for the game tomorrow, gates to the parking lot will open at 3. Inside the stadium will be at 5:30. Kickoff will be at 7:40. I will be here tomorrow covering the game. We'll bring that all to you on KMBC on Saturday.
Someone got lucky.
And someone's not too excited about that. Thank you, Peyton.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled.
We know you are. This weekend's game could give organizers a test trial for when the World Cup comes to town.
So the games are in 2026, and here's what we know so far about Kansas City's role. We'll be hosting 6 matches. 4 will be group stage matches, 1 will be a round of 32 match, and then 1 will be a quarterfinal. The games will be held at Arrowhead. Teams will be able to practice at Children's Mercy Park and at CPKC Stadium. KMBC 9 is counting down to 2026. We'll be sharing preparations and plans for the World Cup as it gets closer.
And we're in for a hot weekend, a hot weekend.
Hot.
And meteorologist Neville Miller is joining me. And Neville, it's hard to believe, but spring's gone, summer's here. Yeah,
We'll just dive right in, right?
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about pool parties and whatnot.
I know. Jamie's going to a pool party this weekend.
And
yes.
it's going to be hot enough for it. Right now, though, it still feels like spring. That changes as we go through the next 48 hours. 69 degrees downtown, 68 for Overland Park, Lee Summit, 69 degrees for you. So just a little bit above normal, but farther to the west, 76 in Dodge City, Casper, Wyoming, 74 degrees for them. So we're seeing that heat building across the plains. And as we head through the next several days, your temperature trend here, you're going to see a lot of red, some magenta showing up here, will be well above normal. Our normal highs are in the mid 60s. We're going to be at 84 tomorrow, so 20 degrees above normal. For some of us, we're going to close in on 90 degrees on Sunday. Not quite record highs. The records are in the low 90s, but still a good 20 plus degrees warmer than we should be. On Monday, middle 80s will continue. With this warmer air, we'll eventually start to see a little more humidity, and that's going to lead to some thunderstorm chances. And I'll let you know when we'll see that next storm system move in and what areas could actually see severe weather that's coming up.
As our team tracks the potential for strong storms Monday and Tuesday, keep our weather app handy. The latest forecast and most up-to-date radar will be right at your fingertips.
An Olathe officer has been cleared for his use of deadly force. Dane Lang was shot and killed last October. A district attorney found the officer acted in self-defense.
He rounded the corner to see Mr. Lang make his way up the stairs to the front door, still holding that firearm. The officer at that point had his gun out and began shooting as Mr. Lang kicked in the front door.
Olathe police originally responded to a neighbor dispute. Lang then armed himself with a firearm and forced his way into the home. Officers heard Lang fire shots from that home, and the officers did have body cameras on the entire time.
We're waiting to learn whether or not a $1 million settlement in the state of Kansas has been finalized. This is related to the 2015 death of 7-year-old Adrian Jones. Jones was killed after being starved and tortured by his father and stepmother. In 2017, his mother, grandmother, and sister filed a lawsuit alleging Kansas Child Welfare Agency should have removed him from the home. Last month, we learned the state will pay $1 million to settle the lawsuit. Michael and Heather Jones are currently serving 25 years to life for Adrian's murder. Another day, another round of car break-ins. About 15 cars were hit in Raytown last night, in addition to the 20 we told you about in Brookside yesterday.
KMBC 9's Rebecca Gannon is getting answers and finding someone who's just rolling around in all this broken glass.
Broken glass means a lot of money for some people, and that makes sense why. Right now we're in a parking lot. It is a prime spot for the picking. Lots of potential targets, all within just a few steps of each other. I've got 12 around me right here. And the thing is, it doesn't take a lot of effort nor a lot of time to break one of these windows. And it's giving auto glass repair shops years of busy years. Roughly 20% of CNC's workload every day is because of car break-ins. And now it's become so common, they're getting repeat customers.
That truck was in here in December with the same exact door glass getting busted out, and he works out of that truck every day. I'm sure they were looking for his tools. I mean, we see work trucks get broken into on a daily basis as well. It does, even the big tow trucks, the big F550s, the big Rams, those get broken into just as much as everything else. So yeah, it's nothing safe anymore.
All right, yesterday we told you when we were in Brookside that there were about 800 break-ins, almost 800 break-ins between January and March of this year. Between everything that we've heard since the beginning of April, which is what, 12 days ago, definitely over 800 by now. And really the best way to protect your car, if you can, is to park it in a protected garage, but not everyone really has that opportunity. Ladies?
All right, thank you, Rebecca. And police say there are ways to limit your chances of car break-ins. Hide your valuables and park in a well-lit area.
Lee Summit police are investigating a deadly accident. Officers were at Northeast Todd George Road and Northeast Chipman Road around 8 last night. Police say a motorcycle was traveling south and hit a truck turning north. Then both vehicles caught fire. The motorcyclist, 32-year-old Benjamin Zumwalt, died at the hospital. The driver of that truck was treated at the scene.
Here's latest drive times this afternoon. Oh, we got big problems on this Friday afternoon. 71 southbound downtown to Lee Summit, a slowdown of 27 minutes in the red there. 70 eastbound downtown to Blue Springs in the red as well, 25 minutes. But if you're heading downtown to Olathe, you're in the green at 20 minutes. And now we'll take a live look at the roads. And this is I-35 at Front Street, and traffic it's moving a little slower in the northbound lanes as people start their weekends going home, but there are no accidents to report in the area.
This weekend marks 1 year since Ralph Yarl was shot. The Kansas City teenager shares how he's doing after that traumatic event.
Getting answers on student loan debt, the billions of dollars forgiven by the Biden administration.
And a local designer teams up with the Royals, the partnership hitting it out of the park.
Exclusive First Alert live Doppler radar positioned at New Century Air Center, providing your fastest track as storms approach. KMBC 9 First Alert Weather.
All right, some great weather today. Not as windy today as it was yesterday, and it looks just beautiful outside as we look towards the west on our City View camera, looking towards downtown. How about temperatures hanging out in those upper 60s? We're at 68 degrees, a light west breeze, 5 miles an hour. We can take that. And look at the humidity, 25%. Our air, it's really dry right now. And as we go through the weekend, it'll get a little more humid, but as far as a summer-like humidity, you're not really going to notice that Saturday or Sunday. More so on Monday, it's going to start to feel just a little sticky out there. Evening forecast, though, perfect evening maybe to have dinner outside. We'll be at 67 degrees at 6 p.m., cooling back into the upper 50s by our late evening hours. We've been talking about it all week. We've got some big-time heat on the way this weekend, so I'm going to let you know just how close we get to 90 degrees heading through the weekend, and we're going to look ahead to our next severe weather risk. That's in a few more minutes.
1 year since a teenage boy was shot after he knocked on the wrong door.
Ralph Yarl survived that shooting, but still faces a long recovery from a brain injury. His aunt shared this updated picture with us, sitting next to his mother. He is back to playing in the band, and he will graduate high school next month.
Yarl shared this statement saying, "My life has bloomed in a way that I never could have envisioned. I have so many thanks to the community for the love, well wishes, and support sent my way."
The man accused of shooting him, Andrew Lester, will go to trial in October.
Some new designs are in the Royals team store. We'll introduce you to the local woman behind it and where you can see them for yourself.
And the Royals surprise a young baseball player. The academy he gets to attend for free.
$7.4 billion of student loan debt forgiven. We're getting answers on this campaign promise fulfilled.
Your station leading the way, getting you answers on the stories that matter most to you and your family. KMBC 9 News.
President Biden is working to make good on a campaign promise. He's faced backlash from Republicans over his student loan debt forgiveness plan.
CNN's Laura Aguirre breaks down his latest proposal and the battle brewing over it.
We're fixing a broken system.
The Biden administration announcing Friday it plans to wipe away another $7.4 billion in student loan debt for around 277,000 borrowers nationwide.
We're trying to provide a fair shot to Americans trying to access higher education.
Student loan debt relief has been a cornerstone issue for the president since he was elected in 2020.
Early in my term, I announced a major plan to provide millions of working families with debt relief for their college student debt.
At the time, several GOP-led states sued to block his plan, an effort that the Supreme Court upheld. The initial plan would have canceled out up to $20,000 in debt for millions of qualified recipients.
I announced we're going to pursue alternative paths.
That brings us to this week.
My administration will propose a new rule to cancel up to $20,000 in runaway interest for any borrower that owes more now than when they started paying the loan.
Some debt holders could qualify to have all of their interest cleared under the plan.
We're going after those schools that are defrauding our borrowers.
For months, the DOE has been working on a new path toward their debt relief goal, using a different legal authority granted under the Higher Education Act of 1965. There's a required public comment period before the DOE can finalize any new proposals. The White House says if all goes as planned, canceling accrued interest for qualified borrowers could begin as early as this fall, right around election time. I'm Laura Aguirre for KMBC 9 News.
President Biden has authorized the cancellation of $153 billion in debt for over 4 million people. That's more than 9% of all outstanding federal student loan debt.
Here's the latest drive times this afternoon. Downtown to Lee Summit is still a problem. It's 25 minutes, still in the red. Downtown to Bonner Springs, clear sailing. 15 minutes in the green, and downtown to Olathe looking great in the green at 20 minutes. And we'll take a live look at roads. And this is I-35 southbound, and it's right at Southwest Trafficway. And we've got a pickup truck that's got some problems stalled on the side there, but people seem to be getting around him or her okay. Just be careful. They're on the shoulder there. Okay, well, a Smithville man is facing charges for an October road rage incident. The Clay County Sheriff's Office has arrested 25-year-old Zachary Oliver. Oliver is accused of firing into someone's vehicle near I-35 and 152 in Liberty. Officers say anonymous tips helped them identify and find Oliver. His charges include first-degree assault and armed criminal action. And then in Olathe, one man is in custody for a stabbing. Officers found a 67-year-old man suffering from a stab wound around 11 last night. The suspect was found at the scene on North Clinton Street. The 67-year-old man is expected to survive.
Wayside Waifs is hosting an adopt-a-thon with 99.7 The Point this weekend. Today through Sunday, all pet adoptions will only cost you $35. The pets will be spayed or neutered, microchipped, and they are current on all vaccinations. For a full list of adoptable animals, just head to Wayside Waifs website.
A high school baseball player's work is being honored. He got a big surprise from the MLB today.
And Lee Summit North student Trey Paulding is now part of the league's Baseball Breakthrough Series. Here he is getting that announcement. This means he's going to be specialized and get specialized coaching at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex in Vero Beach, Florida. This is a huge moment for Trey and his family.
I think for him it's just confidence. You know, with all kids, they like to feel acknowledged and feel like their hard work is not in vain. And so for him, it's just be a good, confident thing, and shows that, you know, if he keeps working hard, he can accomplish his dreams.
Trey is a multi-sport athlete. He's got a passion for basketball, but he says he is looking forward to advancing on the diamond. Awesome. And a local designer is receiving a life-changing opportunity this baseball season, all thanks to the Royals.
KMBC 9's Darissa White shows us how the community can support the Royals with an all-new style.
You might see some new designs in the Royals team store, and that's all due to a partnership between one local designer and the Royals.
Whitney Manning is a KC native and local designer. Manning recently debuted a streetwear collection in partnership with the home team. She says this is a dream come true.
I had to read the email a couple of times. I'm like, is this another like trolling situation? That's really cool to be at that point in my career where I'm like, is this real? But it was real. And I think the biggest lesson for me with this project specifically was just, you never know when people are paying attention, and that you cannot necessarily wait until a project comes to you to start producing work. You have to consistently be creating work.
Although Whitney's designs are not available to the public as of yet, she says you can go to her website and check out the rest. Reporting in Kansas City, Darissa White, KMBC 9 News.
The annual Parade of Hearts gets underway tomorrow. All 100 hearts will be unveiled Saturday at the American Royal Governors Expo in Kansas City, Missouri. You'll be able to meet the artists, see all of the brand new art. It's open tomorrow from 10 to 4. Tickets will cost you $10 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in for $5, while children under the age of 2 can enter for free. And coming up on KMBC 9 News at 5, our Darissa White is live with your first look at this year's hearts and more for tomorrow's kickoff event. I always love seeing the hearts.
I do too. I love it.
And wasn't there like an app to go find them?
Like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's so cool. I took my picture with several of them
Yes,
last several years.
yes, and they're all over, and it is fun to, all of a sudden see one when you didn't expect it.
Yes.
And look at it up close.
And you're just in a cool city when you have something like
I
that.
know,
It's
right?
just
We're in a cool city.
Yeah, we are. But the temperatures aren't going to be cool this weekend. Unfortunately, if you're like me and you're not quite ready for the heat. But if you love the heat, hey, this weekend's going to be perfect for you. Tomorrow, 84 degrees. It'll be windy. If you're going out to that sporting game, that's going to be exciting tomorrow evening. We'll be cooling back into the 70s then. And then on Sunday, we're going to be even hotter, 87 degrees. Lots of sunshine, close to a record high. And Sunday morning, it'll be great in the morning to head out to Corporate Woods and Noah's Bandage Run for a great cause there, raising funds for childhood cancer research. So if you're able to make that run, they also bring some colorful bandages. It'll be a great event. So try to make out there if you can. Right now, we're looking out towards Arrowhead again. That'll be where tomorrow evening's sporting game will be played against Miami. 68 is our current temperature. It is bone dry outside with that humidity at 25% and the wind only 5 miles an hour. We can take that. That's going to be a lot lighter compared to what's on the way for tomorrow. We're at 68 degrees for Independence, 69 downtown, 67 for Olathe. Looking at our area-wide temperatures, middle 60s for Trenton, low 70s out towards Ottawa and Garnett. So it's a really nice afternoon. This will be a perfect evening to have dinner outside if you're able to do that. Middle and upper 60s next several hours. We'll be in those upper 50s as we head towards 10 o'clock this evening. Clear sky, dry weather, light wind. Again, just a perfect evening to be outside if you can do that. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start off the day in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. A sunny and mild start to our day. The wind will be picking up from there out of the southwest. Those gusts are going to be pushing up near 35 miles an hour. But with those southwest wind gusts, it pushes in warmer air. Now, it's going to be warm but not humid tomorrow. 81 are high in Maysville, St. Joseph, and Atchison. Middle 80s for you. You have to go back to early October. That's the last time we've been that warm. 84 for Liberty and Kansas City. 83 for Olathe, Overland Park, Lee Summit. About 82 degrees for you. Then a little bit farther south, Harrisonville at 83 tomorrow afternoon. Same in Garnett, Paola, and Ottawa. Middle 80s. So sunny, windy, and warm for tomorrow. We'll just pick up on a few more of those clouds heading into the afternoon. Again, those temperatures going off the chart there for our Saturday. Sunday will be a little bit hotter. We'll be in those mid to upper 80s. By early next week, our next storm system will move in. I'm going to show you that timeline on Future Scan. That'll be in the next half hour. But this half hour, I want to show you that severe weather risk. So on Monday, the greatest threat, so it's in the orange here, our medium threat, Wichita down towards Oklahoma City. That's where storms will be firing late in the afternoon to the evening. Then those storms are going to move eastward. So we have the possibility of severe weather late Monday evening into Monday night. And then on Tuesday, storms could redevelop, refire as we head into the afternoon. So the possibility of severe weather as of now is focused just off to our east, but this could actually shift westward and include our area. So what does that look like for you? As we head into early next week, we'll be monitoring that storm threat. Monday, severe weather, thunderstorms coming in the evening. Some of those could be severe. The greater threats off to our west, as I just showed you, could see another round on Tuesday. We'll have more details. We'll be able to fine-tune that this weekend. So make sure you're checking back in throughout the weekend. Wednesday, we're dry. Another chance of showers on Thursday. Cooler for the second half next week with highs near 60.
President Joe Biden plans to expand some California monuments.
So Biden wants to make the San Gabriel Mountains and the Berryessa Snow Mountain monuments a little bit bigger. San Gabriel would grow by about 110,000 acres, while the Berryessa would grow by 13,000. These expansions would protect sacred sites for Native American tribes. The timing of the expansions would coincide with Earth Day on April 22nd.
Airlines are asking the president to block additional flights to and from China. They say it creates a disadvantage to their workers that serve China. Delta, United, and American Airlines are a few behind the request. They say Chinese airlines can use Russian airspace and U.S. airlines cannot. That is one of the reasons for the disadvantage.
We do want to get a check of your latest drive times this afternoon. We are seeing some slowdowns on our routes here. So southbound 71 highway, if you're traveling from downtown to Lee Summit, you've got a brief delay here. It's taking you 25 minutes. Bigger delay, though, downtown to Belton along I-49. You're looking at a 29-minute slowdown. So let's take a live look at the roads this afternoon. Live look at I-35 at 69 Expressway. You can see a vehicle in the shoulder of the northbound lanes there. It's starting to cause a bit of a backup, but again, no extreme slowdown there.
It's a battle of the badges in KCK, the blood drive drawing out the competitiveness between police and firefighters.
The KC Comets fight for their playoff spot, the promising start for the soccer team.
And right now in D.C., lawmakers debate a surveillance tool. The hurdle cleared this morning and the one still left. A Battle of the Badges is underway in KCK. Police and firefighters are participating in a blood drive.
And the American Red Cross helped to organize it. The Wyandotte County Sheriff's Department is also participating. The blood drive ended at 3, but anyone was able to donate and help either team out. So we talked to one of the fire inspectors about the double meaning of this event.
We do it really for fun and bragging rights. And so whichever organization can get the most people to donate blood on their behalf, bragging rights. They'll light up City Hall red or blue. The chiefs will wear a shirt.
The fire department has the most victories under their belt. Well, the biggest fundraiser of the year for the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kansas City is just a day away.
It is. Kids Night Out is hosted at the Overland Park Convention Center, and it will feature cocktail hour, dinner, a live auction, and a private concert by Thomas Rhett. The president of the Boys and Girls Club tells us the event single-handedly raises a quarter of their yearly budget. He says the community's outpouring of support makes their work possible.
It's driving the bus to the field trip, and it's the cooks in all of our kitchens, and it's the tutors that are teaching young people to achieve at a higher level, and reading scores, and our teens going to college, and all of that. That's what it funds.
Tickets are nearly sold out for tomorrow's event. The silent auction items are posted online. Anybody is welcome to place their bids to support this cause.
The KC Comets are blazing their playoff trail, the challenge ahead in their next game.
Right now, Kansas City's other soccer team is getting attention too. The hype in the Midwest for Lionel Messi's first game here.
A critical spy tool passing in the House. I'm Christopher Salas in Washington with the debate between civil liberties and national security.
Your station leading the way with coverage of what's happening right now and what's next. KMBC 9 News.
Here's a look at what's happening right now. 16 people are hurt in Texas after an 18-wheeler crashed into a Department of Public Safety building. This happened in Brenham, about an hour and a half outside Houston. Police say the vehicle was stolen and they suspect the crash was intentional. You're taking a look at video from the scene. The driver was taken into custody. No charges have been announced right now. Both the building and the 18-wheeler were damaged.
Right now in Manhattan, the city's court is preparing for the start of former President Trump's hush money trial. Jury selection begins Monday. This is the first trial Trump will face. He's charged in 4 separate cases right now. Trump has pleaded not guilty. He is accused of falsifying his company's books to hide payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels during his 2016 campaign.
Now to Washington, D.C., where the House has a major spy tool. This tool is Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Now this bill is heading to the Senate with an uncertain future.
KMBC 9's Christopher Salas is in our Washington bureau with the implications this could have for our civil liberty and national security.
Jamie, Laura, that's exactly right. It's actually creating some strange political bedfellows up here on Capitol Hill. That is, progressives and conservatives getting together saying they need to try and limit this spy tool's authority and ability to protect the civil liberties of Americans. But there's a separate bipartisan group of lawmakers who say that they want to enhance this tool and the government's ability to spy on foreign terror threats to keep Americans safe. Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, also known as FISA,
the bill is passed,
reauthorized in the House a week before lapsing.
We use it every day to protect the nation from threats ranging from China and Russia to terrorist plots.
Section 702 allows U.S. intel to spy on foreigners overseas without a warrant. But it also gives the agencies the ability to collect data from Americans if they're communicating with those foreigners.
But you want to search an American, their name, their phone number, their email address, you got to get a warrant.
A bipartisan effort to add a warrant requirement to the measure.
The yeas are 212, the nays are 212. The amendment is not adopted.
Failing in dramatic fashion.
They don't have the protection to be able to talk to Hamas and Hezbollah and Communist Chinese Party and say that they're going to be recruited to be a terrorist, to do espionage, or to be a spy. That's what we're talking about. There should not be a warrant for those types of communications.
On another controversial amendment.
The amendment is adopted.
FISA would have the authority to use information from Section 702 to surveil foreigners traveling to the United States.
I fear that we are about to suffer another attack like San Bernardino, like Pulse nightclub, or God forbid, another 9/11.
This inexcusable expansion of FISA will further increase warrantless surveillance, and it is at the expense of a whole slew of innocent immigrants.
So here are some amendments that made it into the bill. The FBI would have to provide quarterly reports to Congress, letting them know how many Americans got swept up in 702 searches. Also, they're going to change some language in the Section 702 to make it better target international drug operations. And when it comes to the reauthorization of this program, it goes from 5 years down to 2 years. In Washington, I'm Christopher Salas, KMBC 9 News.
House Speaker Mike Johnson plans to bring forward a separate proposal next week. It would close a loophole that allows U.S. officials to collect data on Americans from big tech companies without a warrant.
Mike Johnson is in Florida today, too, emphasizing his close ties to former President Trump. The pair held a joint news conference at Mar-a-Lago. This event comes as Johnson confronts the most serious challenge to his speakership yet. Marjorie Taylor Greene has said she plans forcing a vote to remove him from his leadership post. Sources close to both the House Speaker and the former president say Johnson's allies have asked Trump to publicly support him or at least stay out of the back and forth with House Republicans.
It is time to get a check of your first alert weather. Neville, we're going to have a summer-like weekend.
Yes.
It is going to be so warm that I've had a friend say, hey, should we have a pool party? It's April.
It's April. You know, normally we're not talking about that till we get into June, but look at how warm it's going to be. Normal highs are in the mid-60s. That's why we're normally not considering pool weather, even like lake weather this time of year. But 84 degrees tomorrow, 87 on Sunday. That's more than 20 degrees above normal. These highs are more typical for late June or early July. So think of July 4th weather. We're not far from it. We're just not going to see much in the way of humidity, at least for Saturday and Sunday. It gets a little more humid, though, on Monday. And with the warm air, with the humidity, we'll have a storm system rolling in from the west, and that'll bring us the possibility of severe weather, especially the farther south and west you go, closer to Wichita and Oklahoma City. That's on Monday. Tuesday, that threat starts to move to the east. We'll see if this will include Kansas City on Tuesday as well. So we're still monitoring those trends. So as far as what you need to know, it'll feel like summer without the humidity Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the middle to upper 80s. And then as we head into early next week on Monday and Tuesday, thunderstorms are looking more likely. We're monitoring that possibility of severe weather. So keep checking back in for updates. We're going to go through that storm timeline on FutureScan. That's still ahead.
All right, thanks, Neville. So weather not a factor today on your drive home. Right now we are seeing a brief delay on I-35 northbound if you're traveling from downtown out to Liberty as you're heading up there over the river. A brief delay there. Good news is looking just fine on I-29 northbound downtown to KCI and downtown to Bonner Springs along I-70. So let's take a live look at your roads now. This is 435 at Stadium Drive. We know it's going to be packed tomorrow for that big sporting game. Lanes are going to be shut down due to road work in the area. Both directions have seen some backups during rush hour this week. So if you are on your way home, be prepared to take it slow as 5 o'clock gets a little closer.
Well, the KC Comets are one win from advancing in the MASL playoffs.
So we had to bring in KMBC 9's Dennis Evans because you got a chance to chat with the Comets before they left for their game in New York.
We've got soccer everywhere. We are a soccer city. I'm telling you, the Comets' road to the conference finals goes through Utica, New York. The team got in a final practice today before making the trip for Monday's big game. The Comets have a 1-0 lead in the series heading into game 2, a win, and they advance. And it sounds pretty simple, but KC has lost 2 in a row at Utica, and those are not the only numbers that are not leaning in the Comets' favor.
Definitely looking forward to it. You don't want to look ahead, right? You want to just look into the next game coming up. So, you know, it's still going to be a war. One thing that I've been kind of talking to the team about is just, listen, every team that's won the first game hasn't advanced.
Interesting. All right, game 2 Monday, 5 o'clock in Utica.
All right, thanks, Dennis. There's some other soccer excitement that's building in Kansas City right now.
We have so much. KMBC 9's Matt Feliner joins us now with the big game coming to Arrowhead this weekend, Matt.
It's going to be a big weekend, Jamie. Laura, Lionel Messi coming to town. His team, Inter Miami, is playing Sporting KC. The game is expected to attract a big crowd. Messi, one of the biggest names in soccer. Local businesses are hoping for a big boost from all this added attention. A few Metro stores are selling Messi jerseys. One tells us they're getting calls from all over the Midwest. Messi is also expected to play in the World Cup in 2026, so this weekend's crowds could be a test run. Coming up on KMBC 9 News at 5, Peyton Headley is live outside Arrowhead with business owners, and she's sharing where you can get a taste of dishes inspired by Messi himself. Laura?
All right, Matt, also coming up on KMBC 9 News at 5, KMBC 9's Rebecca Gannon is getting answers at an auto repair shop. The uptick in business as car break-ins rise. A 48-hour competition begins in a matter of minutes. The challenge students at the Kansas School for the Blind are preparing for.
And saving you money on car costs, the rise Americans are seeing and how you can fight back.
Plus, rescued from a remote island, the 3 fishermen who put their heads together to get help.
Your station leading the way with First Alert Weather, Kansas City's largest, most experienced team, KMBC 9 News.
Well, a castaway story worthy of Tom Hanks. 3 fishermen found themselves stranded for days.
They were on a remote island in the Pacific. The group was found thanks to help signs that they made out of palm fronds.
The help sign was pretty visible. We could see it from a couple thousand feet up in the air.
Wow, they left on March 31st for a fishing trip, and then large swells ended up damaging their boat. They spent 10 days on that island, 100 miles from their home. Look at the size of that island. It's not even that big. Their rescue was a team effort.
A Navy P-8 aircraft from Kadena Air Base in Japan was able to fly over the island and confirm that there were indeed 3 people there.
And get this, the rescue turned into a family reunion too, because a Coast Guard officer turned out to be a distant cousin of one of the castaways.
What?
That's something out of a movie. That could be like Castaway too.
It is going to be a movie now, I bet.
I could see that. I mean, it's just a wild story.
And you know, we don't have island weather because the humidity is not going to be way up there, but 80s.
Yeah, in
Pool
April.
Party.
Pool party time.
Pool party girl
Pool party
over
time,
here.
yeah. I mean, why not, right? We're going to have sunshine. It'll definitely be warm enough. Now, as far as the temperature of the water, you know, that's going to be cold, but the air temperature, that'll be plenty warm, well above normal. I should be showing you middle 60s for highs instead. 84 tomorrow, 87 on Sunday. The record high on Sunday is 92 degrees, so we're not going to get that. But still, we're running about 20 degrees above normal. We will see a stronger wind tomorrow. So if you do have plans to be out and about on Saturday, hopefully you do, that wind will start to increase as we head through the morning. By lunchtime, gusts are going to be up near 30 miles an hour. And then as we head through your Saturday afternoon, those gusts push a little bit closer to 35 miles an hour. So plan on a stronger wind tomorrow. a lighter wind on Sunday. Either way, should be great for your weekend plans. But then heading into early next week, that's when we're monitoring for that next storm system, that possibility of thunderstorms and even severe weather. I'm going to go through that storm timeline and future scan. That's in about 5 minutes.
Like the clock is going right now.
The competition is 15 minutes away. The 48-hour deadline these students are up against and the challenge they're about to face.
Insurance, gas, maintenance, all rising. We're working to save you money on a family essential, your car.
And protecting your paperwork, Rawson Report shares how you can make sure a copy of your tax return is safe.
Your station leading the way with breaking news, getting you the facts when it's happening right now. KMBC 9 News.
We are following some breaking news in Kansas City. Officers are on the scene of a standoff on North Woodland. Police say a man is inside of a home believed to be armed. There is a warrant out for his arrest and he is refusing to come out. We do have a crew on their way to the scene. We're going to bring you those updates as soon as we learn more. Well, the costs of owning a car just keep piling up, from gas to insurance. All the essential items are rising.
That's certainly true. CNN's Karen Kayfa walks us through the numbers and how you can save money.
An uptick in gas prices helped fuel overall inflation last month, but that wasn't the only auto-related driver. According to the March report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, auto insurance costs have spiked 22% over the last 12 months. Auto maintenance and repair costs are up 8.2%. Greg Brannon, director of automotive research for AAA, says insurers simply have more costs to cover.
One thing that we can't ignore when it comes to the cost of insuring a vehicle is that cars are more expensive today than they were years ago.
And while prices for new and used vehicles have fallen off of pandemic-era peaks, newer features that make a car safer, Brannon says, like advanced driver assistance systems, make repairs more specialized.
They also make it a little bit more expensive to repair. And it's not just that. Labor rates are up at body shops and repair shops around the cost of parts. And it's also often that you're having to wait for those parts to arrive.
Brannon says drivers looking for some relief can effort lower mileage by carpooling, for example, but don't cut corners on maintenance.
When things are tight, it's actually more important to do that maintenance then, because you're less likely to be surprised by a big repair bill, and the vehicle is also more likely to perform well and get the fuel economy that you're looking for.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kayfa.
And here's where local gas prices stand right now. In KCMO, you'll pay $3.35 per gallon. That's up 24 cents from 1 week ago. In KCK, a gallon of gas will cost you $3.37. That will cost you 23 cents more than it did just a week ago.
So let's check in with your latest drive times. We are seeing slowdowns all around the metro. If you're heading on I-35 southbound downtown to Olathe, you're looking at a 22-minute drive, a little bit slower than normal. But downtown to Liberty, traveling north on I-35, seeing some slowdowns there. 19-minute ride, a 30-minute ride along I-70 from downtown to Blue Springs. So let's take a live look at the roads. This is 71 Highway northbound on 19th Street, where you are seeing a bit of a backup. This is the usual backup in the middle lanes. The good news is we're not seeing any accidents reported.
The Kelsey brothers are going back to college.
They hosted a live taping of their podcast at Cincinnati University. I think they need a little more excitement.
I know, they're just so boring.
Guests included Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and former Chiefs and current Bengal tackle Orlando Brown Jr. It was a packed house full of Bearcats. Both Kelseys were surprised with their college degrees because they actually missed their own graduation ceremonies.
And you'll remember this from a year ago because it was in KC. Now the 2024 NFL draft is less than 2 weeks away in Detroit, Michigan. We now know some of the prospects who will be there in person, hoping to hear their names called, and the list includes a Missouri Tiger. Defensive tackle Darius Robinson is one of 13 prospects confirmed to be attending the draft. Alabama and Louisiana State will be the most represented schools, with 3 players from each scheduled to be there. The other players are from Ohio State, UCLA, North Carolina, Toledo, Washington, and USC.
The Kansas Jayhawks are hosting their annual spring showcase tonight at Rock Chalk Park in Lawrence. Families can come get a first look at the 2024 Jayhawks, take part in some competitions, enjoy inflatables, giveaways, food trucks, and more. The showcase starts at 5:30 this evening. It is free to attend. Just make sure you are following KU's clear bag policy.
And this weekend, it's a race against the clock.
KMBC 9's Alan Shope got a preview of the 48-hour invention competition happening at the Kansas State School for the Blind.
The clock is going right now.
Kansas School for the Blind student Malibu Wardlaw will tell you 48 hours is not a lot of time.
That's actually really scary. This hints back to time management.
Malibu is talking about the Make 48 competition starting at 5 o'clock on Friday. Her team and 5 others have just 48 hours to solve a problem on campus, and it's one that will benefit students here.
It is related to our new gymnasium that the school is working on fundraising for to renovate and update.
Lydia says the important part of the competition is that visually impaired students will be coming up with ideas of how to update the gym. Many of the volunteers here playing sports that visually impaired students participate in to help get a better understanding of what their student needs are. She adds, what better group to challenge those than students that use it every day.
Being visually impaired or blind, there are different approaches to physical activity and sports.
Who better to help you than you?
It's a competition that started 3 years ago at the Kansas School for the Blind with just one event. Now there's as many as 5.
It has given students the agency and the power to come up with their own solutions.
It's a great opportunity to show your innovation, your creativity.
In Kansas City, Kansas, Alan Shope, KMBC 9 News.
This year's competition wraps up on Sunday at 5 p.m. It features student teams from 6 different states.
Well, we've got allergies.
Yep.
The winds are going to pick up this weekend, which does not help.
Just kind of blows everything around,
It
you know,
does.
and things are blooming now, especially when we're going to see some days in the 80s. So you're going to see
That is crazy.
Yes. So allergy sufferers, you know, this time of year, we just got to get through it, right? But we're going to see some pretty days over the weekend. It will be warm, so hopefully you can get some time outside. If allergies are kind of giving you a hard time, you're going to see more of the same here, unfortunately. Hickory is high for pollen, and as far as mold, also in that high category, Cladosporium the main culprit there. So we'll keep an eye on those numbers for you, but we'll see more of the same, just like Laura and Jamie mentioned. It's going to be breezy, so it's going to blow a lot of that pollen, a lot of those allergens around, just spread them out across the area. Right now, though, we don't have anything to see other than a clear sky as we look towards the west. It's really a nice afternoon, a nice end to our week. 68 is our current temperature. We have a light west breeze out there, so it's nice to get a day where it's not too windy. It's sunny. 68 degrees for you in Blue Springs. Same for Independence. Lee Summit at 69. Grandview, upper 60s. On the Kansas side, Leawood at 68. Overland Park, 68 degrees. Shawnee, Olathe, you're in those upper 60s. It'll really be a nice evening if you can maybe have dinner outside. 69 in KCK. Lansing and Base are also at 69 degrees. Leavenworth, 68 for you. Parkville, nice day to head out to English Landing Park at 69 degrees. Liberty at 67. Smithville at the lake, 69. We're at 71 for Lawrence, 73 degrees in Ottawa, 66 in Trenton. So just about perfect out there right now. Quiet weather for the evening, a light wind. We'll keep that sky clear so you don't need to worry about rain. Lows by tomorrow morning, we're going to start the day near 50 degrees. So if you're going to be out early, maybe just a light jacket. Otherwise, our temperatures will warm up rather quickly going through the morning with that strong wind out of the southwest. In fact, we'll be at 77 by 1 o'clock. Low to mid 80s heading through the afternoon. Just a few patchy afternoon clouds. And as we've been talking about, that wind picks up. So we'll have gusts tomorrow up near 35 miles an hour. And if you're going to be heading out to the big game tomorrow evening out at Arrowhead, 79 for kickoff. Second half, we're going to be in the middle 70s. Breezy, dry, awesome weather to go check out that soccer game. So it's going to be great Saturday. Sunday looks really nice as well. Early next week, though, our next storm system comes in, and it's possible we could see some severe thunderstorms. That would be Monday evening. There's a greater threat off to the west and southwest, closer to Wichita, down towards Oklahoma City. That's due to a storm system that'll move out of the Rockies. There will be a front lifting through the region. Scattered storms along that front. Then farther to the west, where there will be a cold front, the storms are going to be a little more organized out that way. And that's what will be heading towards us potentially late Monday night into early Tuesday. So we're monitoring both of those days. There's still some time to fine-tune the forecast. So that's why it's not impact day just yet, because the timing could change. So I want to make sure you keep checking back in. So severe storms are more likely, as I showed you, off to our west and southwest. We could actually see another round develop on Tuesday. So we're going to have more of those details coming in over the weekend. So keep checking back in. Wednesday looks dry. Another chance of rain on Thursday. Cooler temperatures late next week with highs back near 60 degrees.
Tax day is coming up. You're sending your private data to the IRS. Now, how do you protect that paperwork and make sure your personal information isn't just floating out there? Rawson reports with the tips to hold on.
The IRS tax deadline is just 3 days away, and if you've already filed, you might have a copy of your tax return back already. Jeff Rawson walks you through how to protect your personal information.
Yeah, this is a perfect question for tax season. Our viewer LaRue asks, how long do I need to keep sensitive papers? Great question. Let's start with tax records. You want to keep those for 3 to 7 years. Why so long? An answer. 3 years is the statute of limitations the IRS has to audit you. So you're going to want to have those papers in case they come after you. But 6 years is how long they have if you misrepresent your income by more than 25%. So 6 years, they can come at you if you misrepresent your income. Now, 7 years is how long you have to file a claim in case, let's say you have an investment, it goes to zero, you know you won't make money on it anymore, so you need that proof for deduction. So keep your stuff for up to 7 years. As for regular pay stubs and regular statements, keep those for a year. Better yet, go paperless. Your employer, your bank should have all those available for you online for a lot of years. Utility bills. Get rid of those as soon as you can verify your payment went through. You don't need those. Be sure to shred any documents you're throwing out to protect your personal information. Just shred it. You can also scan your documents and back them up to a password-protected external hard drive as an extra layer of security. Of course, there are some documents you need to keep forever. Things like birth certificates, social security cards, your marriage certificate. If you're divorced, your divorce papers. Basically anything difficult to replace, and you go to the DMV and they're like, we're gonna need that. Keep it. Keep those in a locked location like a safe. Make sure it's not in one obvious place in case of a break-in. LaRue, we hope that helps. And if you at home have any question you'd like me to answer, consumer-wise, email. I really know a lot about consumer. You can ask me anything, but I really specialize in consumer. At RossonResponds@Hearst.com. And Hearst is HEARST.com. Back to you.
The Parade of Hearts is almost here. KMBC 9's Darissa White joins us live with a preview coming up at 5. And a powerful storm causes major damage. The 6 states cleaning up after tornadoes touch down.